The law of requisite variety states that whoever has the most flexibility controls the system. Whoever has the most choices that they are aware of. How does this all happen? This law of requisite variety, to be able to be the most flexible or to be aware of the most choices, is steeped in awareness. Awareness precedes choice. Relationship with spirit, with my relationship with my inner world, the truth of who it is that I am. Hello and welcome to the Charmed Life podcast. My name is Tricia Carr. I'm an empathic channel, spiritual teacher, intuitive, animal telepath, and certified hypnotherapist. I'm going to talk to you today about a law of nature and a law of spirit. It's also a law of system dynamics, but I think it really is impactful for personal development and for leadership. You can take that leadership into any part of your life. You can take it into whether you are working with a team, you're working with actual people, but you can also just take it into the practice of becoming a master of certain areas of your life. For example, a master of your finances, a master of how you are expressing yourself in your career or your relationships. So let's get on into it. This law is called the law of requisite variety, the law of requisite variety. As I said, it is a law that is identified in system dynamics. If you want to know quickly what that is, I'll tell you it is an approach to understanding the nonlinear behavior of complex systems over time using stocks, flows, internal feedback loops, and table functions and time delays. So blah, 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 gobbledygook. But let me just say that your life is a complex system. Your relationships with, whether they are people or your relationships with money or your purpose or your career, whatever it is, anything you can imagine, you have you and something else, even you and you. This is a complex system. We are complex beings. Now, let's talk about it as a leadership principle. And what I want to encourage you to accept is that you are a leader in your own life. You are a leader or a master, if you like. I like the term master, mastering something, meaning to be responsible and to be flexible and to be available and also evolving in it. That's what a real mastery position is. So you live and work in complex systems. You exist in complex systems. This is what it is that you are. And so this is the law of requisite variety. I said it really quickly. The law of requisite variety states that whoever has the most flexibility controls the system. Another way to say it is whoever has the most choices available to them, the most choices that they are aware of, has control of the system. Now, control is not a word that we all love very much if we are, spiritual seekers, but that's actually what we're looking for when we want to be able to manifest something. When we're looking to manifest, we want to be able to see that we're a creator. So control, maybe sometimes in our psyche, is something that is used in the wrong way because we want to control something that we can't control. We're actually talking about spiritual control. Once again, mastery, meaning you stand shoulder to shoulder with masters of energy, which includes in it service and unity consciousness, if that is what it is that you are attuned to, which I assume you are if you are here listening to this. So the element of the complex system that has the most response choices available to it to counter whatever is pushed back on it is going to be the element in the system that has control leverage. It's another expanded way to say the law of requisite variety is whoever has the most flexibility controls the system. Once again, the dominant element in any system is the element that has the most choices available to it. How does this all happen? This law of requisite variety, to be able to be the most flexible or to be aware of the most choices, is steeped in awareness. Awareness. Awareness precedes choice. Awareness precedes choice. And so if we have the most awareness, We have the most choices. Awareness. How do I do that? With my personal practice, with my consciousness practice, with my meditation, with my healing, with my everything, whether I'm working on my own or with another, with my relationship with spirit, with my relationship with my inner world, the truth of who it is that I am. Awareness precedes choice. Awareness or energy precedes matter. So how do things materialize? Well, they materialize because of the energy that creates it. Now, the greater my awareness is, the more choices I will recognize as being available to me. The greater my awareness is, the more choices I will recognize as being available to me for people who are spiritual seekers, for people who are metaphysical or mystical. We take it all. Metaphysical means before spirit, above and before physical, above and beyond physical. So that means I can take it all the way to pre-birth. And I can take it all the way to after death. If I can take it all the way there and have that perspective, man, I have the most choices. If I don't have to fear death, then I don't even have to be stressed out about that job, right? Right? If I have all of those choices available to me, I have the greatest awareness of all of the ways that life can serve me, and life wants to serve you. That's why you came here. The greater my awareness is, the more choices I will recognize as being available to me. If I watch something like that show that I've talked about, what is it called? Surviving Death. Now, there's a book. It's by Leslie Kean. It's very good. And there's also the Netflix show. And I love especially the first episode of Surviving Death because it's all about near-death experiences. And really what those experiences are death experiences. People who died and then came back. When they died, they went and had these phenomenal experiences, and they did all of them. They didn't want to come back. They came back anyway. And then all of them who reported it, and people that report near-death experiences, or like I say, actually death experiences, they report they have no fear of death because it's just going to be sweet. Wow. That is the law of requisite variety in play, because it means that I don't even have to fear the worst. Worst is, the end of survival, right? So if I don't fear the end of survival, if I don't have to be concerned about that, if I have more choices than surviving, then life only has the option but to serve me. This is the law of attraction on steroids, y'all. This is what this is. Now, again, I got a couple of examples for you about this. One example is I went to buy I was actually going to lease a car, and I ended up leasing it. To lease a car, this was right after I transitioned from my old job to full-time spiritual work. And I had already been doing the spiritual job for a while, so it was just like me letting go of the old and encompassing the new. I was done with it, and now I could work from home, and then I also have the studio that I'm in right now. It's just like 2 miles from the house, so I could walk there, I could bike there, I could hitch a ride with my husband because we have, he has a studio here as well. We have a business here. And so I went into lease a car because I thought, let's just see about it, but I don't really need a car. Maybe it'd be cool to kind of be a little bit minimalistic and everything. I went into the Toyota dealership and I thought, I think I just want to put down this much and I just want to pay this much per month. Yeah, that's possible, right? That's what I was thinking in my mind. Well, when I brought this to the dealership, they came back with me with 8 and 9 and 10 times both. 9 or 10 times the down payment and 9 or 10 times down of the monthly lease cost. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm just out of the loop. I didn't realize what the current going rate was for all of this. So sorry to waste your time, salesperson. I'm a peace out. And I wasn't doing it as a negotiating tactic. I just really thought, oh, that's fine because I don't really need a car. And I was wrong because I don't, I have more choices than that. Of course, salesperson and his manager, wait, hold on. And I was like, oh, no. I don't want to, I'm not negotiating. I just think I should leave because I was just uninformed. And they're like, hold on. And they made me stay. And they said, well, what about this? And I was like, no. See, I really just thought that I could do this. And with this down payment and this monthly price. And so I'm just going to leave. Thank you for your time. No, hold on. They kept going back. I was truly not negotiating. They ended up coming right to the penny in the range of the thing that I had fantasized about because I had all of the control because I didn't need anything. I wanted something. I desired something. But I also had these other things that I could desire, and it worked out for me just fine. So I ended up getting that car. Again, not trying to negotiate. I just really didn't need anything. I had the most flexibility, and so the system served me. Another way to think of having control is just that it serves you. And this is what we can get to with life. If I have the most options, then life will serve me. I have another example for you. I was listening to this podcast called Smartless, which is hosted by Sean Hayes, Will Arnett, and Jason Bateman. So fun. It's a comedy and entertainment podcast, but they also have other, kind of brilliant minds on there in addition to entertainers. And so there's this episode I was just listening to, I only listened to half of it, with Bryan Cranston, the actor Bryan Cranston on it. And Bryan Cranston happened to mention that in his career trajectory, that when he stopped caring about money, that's when all the money beyond what he could have imagined just started to show up. Me too. And now I'm not saying beyond my imagination, but I'm working with it on my relationship with money, with finances, as I just have less and less need and just simple desire and flexibility and letting it just serve me. You see, when I choose in my relationship with finances or the things that I want to do and serve, how I want to serve life, how I want to create, when I have more flexibility in it with greater expansion, an expanded awareness for all of the potential choices in a peaceful way, not anxiety, blah, blah, blah. That's different. Not over analysis. No, but peaceful awareness of all of the choices, and life will just bring it to me. That's how I have mastery of the system, or control, if you like that word. But it's really about being so flexible that life just serves you, just shows up for you. It is only possible with expanded awareness. If you could be released of the consequences of death, if you could have the most flexibility, then life will just give you everything. Life will just serve you. So once again, awareness. Awareness is the totality of all of the feeling and all of the being, that state. It is the totality of it. And wouldn't it be great if you could just dwell in complete peace and abundance? Wouldn't it be great if you could just dwell in complete peace and abundance, and then life would just bring things to you? What if you didn't need anything? What if you didn't need anything anymore? But you could just, instead, you could just enjoy the process of sweet desire, desiring in a pleasant way, like a kid fantasizing about something. And then it just simply came to you. There was just this simple receiving the fruit of those desires beyond what you even imagined those desires could be. Unconditional satisfaction, unconditional receiving, just pleasant response to sweet desiring. I mean, that feels right, doesn't it? I think it does. I think that's what we're here to do. And the law of requisite variety states that whoever is most flexible, whoever is aware of the most choices, is the person who is master of the system. Therefore, the system will just serve them. Get into it, guys. Consider it. Expand your awareness around it. It's what we're here to do. We're here to just have simple, pleasant desires, unconditional, expanded awareness of it, and just have life serve us, have life co-create with us. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspired something in you, because I know that what it is that you are here to truly, peacefully, pleasantly desire is what life wants to co-create with you, wants to co-manifest with you. And it's what we all desire of you as the master of the relationship that you're having with life or anything else. Thanks for tuning in. I love you, whoever you are. And by the way, before I sign off, let me just say that this t-shirt that I'm wearing is the antithesis to the law of requisite variety. It's Rick Astley. He's talking about all the things he never ain't gonna do. Oh my goodness. He's never gonna give you up, let you down, run around, desert you, make you cry, say goodbye, tell a lie, hurt you, all of the above. Well, maybe actually Rick has it right. He's never gonna do all of the above. That sounds like the most choices in that relationship with him. Bye, guys.